TV. Today we've brought together the new Toyota GT86 and the iconic Toyota AE86, aiming to discover what makes the old car so special and whether the newcomer has managed to capture any of that magic. The ingredients of each are similar: lightweight, rear-wheel drive, naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engines, and a focus on maximum driver enjoyment rather than outright speed. First up, I'm in the newcomer. This is the new Toyota GT86. So what's the GT86 like to drive? Pretty damn good. Everything about this car reeks of painstaking development and thorough engineering. The steering is fantastic. It's surely become almost a new benchmark, along with the new 911, for electric steering. It's feelsome, it's direct, it's quick, it's beautifully weighted. For me, it's probably the highlight of the car. The suspension tune, it's firm, as you'd expect a sports car to be, but it's still compliant. You probably would want to put bigger rims on it because it introduce a bit of crashing, but with the stock 16s or 17s on the GTS, it is just very nicely judged. The brakes, again, very feelsome, perfectly weighted. Everything the driver interacts with and touches has been honed, as you'd expect, given that it's a sports car, to provide maximum driver satisfaction. The only sort of weak point, if there is one, is the engine. It's nothing to do with being underpowered, as some people have said. It is a bit torque light. You have to get some revs on it before it sort of makes anything happen. The gearbox is a unit modified from a Toyota or Lexus IS200 of a few years ago, but it feels more Subaru than Toyota in its change. It kind of feels like an Impreza gearbox, only a lot better. The aim for this car was for the driver to be the hero, not the car. So the aim for this car was you could drive this car without the electronics on, and the better you drive it, the better it becomes. And they've hit the nail on the head perfectly with that. The brakes are another example of thorough engineering. The pedal feel is beautiful, but these are quite small brakes. The GTS gets bigger brakes. If you really hammered them, the thing would probably run out of brakes, but they are perfectly suited to a road roll. You'd rarely, if ever, run out of brakes on the road. This car was built almost with club level motorsport in mind, and there's lots of little touches all over the car that contribute to that. The heat headrests, for instance, can be reversed so they don't get in the way when you're wearing a helmet. The door handles have been shifted back slightly, so the installation of a roll cage still allows you to get out of the car. And as a club level motorsport car, this thing would be just fantastic. It feels sturdy enough and reliable enough to cop track day after track day, and it would teach you everything about car control at quite reasonable speeds. The car does have plenty of grip, but also it will let you move around, and when it does let go, it's easy to telegraph. It gives you plenty of warning that it's going to step out, and allows the driver, again, to control the car and feel like she is getting the most out of it. This car is brilliant. It's everything Toyota said it would be, and Subaru in particular as well, who did the lion's share of the engineering. I want one. Right, so we know the new one's good, so how does the old car stack up? So I've driven the new GT86. How does it stack up to the Icon, the original AE86, a car loved by the Japanese tuning crowd? Pretty well, actually. This car, we know the new car is fantastic. This car can still hold its head high even today. This car in particular wasn't necessarily the inspiration for the new GT86. Toyota used the 2000 GT and the original S800 as the primary dynamic influence and engineering influence for the new 86. This car is more of a spiritual predecessor more than an actual engineering predecessor, but to drive they feel quite similar in many ways. The steering, despite it being manual, and about 3.5 turns lock to lock. It's still very direct. You don't have to move the wheel much to get a response from the front end. The engine in this thing is, frankly, well, in my opinion, better than the one in the GT86. It doesn't have as much power, and it's not, you know, as outright quick, but it's just so happy to have a rev, and you get it above $5,000 and it just sinks. Just like the GT86. This is a very driver-centric interior. You can notice I'm sitting quite close to the wheel, yet my feet are comfortable. The driving position's good. The driving position allows you to feel in control. The gear stick, as you can see here, is just a tiny move from the steering wheel. It's hard to get an ultimate read on the handling because today it's been a bit wet, it's been a bit slippery, and obviously this is a privately owned car. But it's very reactive. The wheelbase is so short that it almost feels initially a bit spooky because the rear end seems to follow the front very quickly, but it's just so nimble. It's even, you know, it's probably a good 300 kilos still lighter than the GT86, and cars just don't feel like this anymore. It's so light, it's so nimble, it's so agile, you feel so a part of it that it's not hard to see why this car became such an icon, because as a driver's car, even though it's based on relatively humble Corolla origins, it's just a hoot to drive.
I knew she was the one. The heart's going a million miles an hour, the mouth's dry. It's love, mate. Pure and simple. In '71, this was the fastest four-door car in the world. Back then, you could pick one up for a bit over $4,000. Insurance, it's got to be Shannon's.
No one knows your passion like Shannon's. And with our multi-vehicle discount, you can even cover your daily drive. So call Shannon's on 13 46 46. Shannon's, insurance for motoring enthusiasts.